Hola, buenos dias. This is Kaipacha with the weekly Pele report. I'm over here with the raspberries. It's July 25th of 2018, and I just arrived up here at Williams Lake. People like to know where I am, I gather. So Williams Lake is about an hour north by plane from Vancouver, and I've arrived up here to do a workshop at Mark and Jay's place. So I'm just going to take you on a little trip through their garden before I get to the big stuff. Alright, so you know, today is Wednesday and the sun is square Uranus. Whoa baby, look out. 2 degrees Leo to 2 degrees Taurus. Okay, we've got that going on, and you know, that sun is, you know, conjunct the north node of the moon, you know, pretty much for a whole week. That's going to be going on, you know. There's your some motherwort over there. We've got some sunflowers. I don't know if I'm going to go through all the plants in the garden, but you know, this is them. The moon is in Capricorn, and you know, she goes into Aquarius on Friday, just in time for the total lunar eclipse. At 4 degrees 45 minutes of Aquarius, she will be conjunct the south node of the moon, which is at 5 degrees 53 minutes. So this is very tight orbs that we're dealing with. And that full moon, obviously that's what a lunar eclipse is it's on a full moon, right? And the earth comes between the sun and the moon, blocking out, you know, blocking out the moon. Look at this freaking thing. What are you doing? Would you just, oh man, ouch, ouch. All right, full moon, total lunar eclipse. That is happening at 4:20 p.m. Pacific time, all right, on Friday, the 27th. Just in time, that's why I'm up here doing a workshop on the eclipse. We're going to be talking about it the whole time. But in addition to the eclipse, of course, Mars is there, right? And, you know, the moon will be conjunct Mars for the eclipse. Obviously, the sun is opposite Mars. That is exact, again, on Friday. So Friday is really big. But before Friday, Thursday, tomorrow, Mercury stations and goes retrograde. Yeah? So we're going to be dealing with the retrograde Mercury for the next 3 weeks. And the moon is going to oppose that Mercury. So the moon keeps moving. Right, and on Sunday, she goes into Pisces. I'm going to step on the cat. She keeps laying down right in front of me. You know, and I'm trying to make my way out of the garden here with 10 million mosquitoes surrounding me like the hordes. They're saying that they have the worst mosquitoes here, you know, in many, many years. Look at, I'm locked in. I'm locked in the freaking garden, man. This was open a minute ago. I'd like to be a little more... Anyway, this is Chimney Lake. Chimney Lake is a little north of Williams Lake. And I'm going to, if I don't get eaten alive by mosquitoes, I thought I would go down to the pier over there and try to do this report outside. There's Chimney Lake. It's really beautiful. I think I'm going to just walk down here for the rest of this. This is pretty much what I do want to be talking about, though, is it's a grand T-square, right? The sun opposite the moon, Mars, for the eclipse, on the moon's nodes, okay, and squaring Uranus. So that's a T-square. From Leo, Sun in Leo, Moon, Mars in Aquarius, both of them squaring Uranus in Taurus. So these, this is, oh boy, I don't know how it's affecting all of you guys, but we'll be talking about it. I'm going to go sit on that pier, look at the camera, and fill you in. Okay, everybody, how is it going for you these days? I imagine, okay, if you are on this planet right now, it is going pretty wild, pretty chaotic, pretty, unexpected. What we have is Uranus. Uranus is very powerful player in this eclipse, and eclipses have kind of a Uranian quality behind them anyway. Because what happens is the auric field of the Earth gets disturbed, and it allows energies, from deep space to kind of enter the auric field. And, it happens every 6 months, and it's it's a time where there's like an influx. Okay, like we are getting a shot of, galactic energy that is, very chaotic and very disturbing. So this is just with eclipses in general. Now when you have Uranus, okay, and Uranus is the planet of the personal unconscious, which holds within it everything from our past, every potential in this moment, and every future possibility for us. It's your personal unconscious, the Akashic record of your soul in the astrological birth chart. So transiting Uranus is like this, it's the unconscious, okay, the collective, that wants to come in here and wake us up. I associate Uranus with the third eye. It's the alarm clock. It's the awakener. I associate it with Prometheus, the light bearer that stole fire from the gods and illuminated humanity. And he was a joker trickster. And he got in big trouble for it. Yeah, he got chained to the rock, and his liver would get eaten out by the griffin, every day, and every night it would grow back. For all of eternity, that was to happen, until someone would take his place. And it was Chiron who took his place. But that's a whole nother story that I'm not going to get into with the Pele report. I just want to say that this Prometheus, Uranian energy is bringing up for each one of us, our personal soul unconscious intentions and desires for freedom, liberation, and individual self-expression. And it's moving through the sign of Taurus for the next 7 years. And Taurus is our survival. Taurus is all about surviving in a physical, third-dimensional world. It has to do with money. It has to do with income. It has to do with our physical, procreative sexuality. It has to do with our values. And so Uranus coming into this Taurus is throwing us curveballs. Okay, it's this awakening. It's like, hey, what you need to do is you need to develop new resources within yourself. You need to become more capable. You need to develop more talents and more capacities to make money, to survive, to feed and clothe yourselves and your children, and, keep your act together. So many people, during, and this, the eclipse sets the energy for the next 6 months, till the next eclipse, which is going to be like next February or something, So, this is, this energy time period, where the flux, the influx of energy now, is to awaken each one of us that we are more than we thought we were. That we are worth more than we thought we were. And that what we have to do is develop these capacities and give them to the world. This is the north node of the moon, conjunct the sun in the sign of Leo, which is the path of soul evolution right now, and and is where, you know, the mantra for this week has come up, you know, from. The more I give to life. Okay, this is Leo. Okay, this is the 5th house. This is creative self-expression. And it's square to this Uranus and Taurus. Taurus wants to hoard things. If you know Taurus people, you know, a lot of times they, you know, they gather antiques, or they have a garage full of stuff, or, you know, they just like to gather things. you know, so, you know, Taurus, 2nd house is I gather, I receive. It's, you know, Venus, it's the feminine. I gather this in, and it's square to that North Node in Leo that says, give it out, give it up, give it away, you know, throw it around, play with it. So the energy is that, you know, really, you know, that our evolution now is to give it out and give it up. Like I said last week, you know, it's time to take a chance, gamble, and play with that energy. But, you know, we've got this, right? There may be some unconscious stuff coming up for you. You know, we've got Chiron over there, you know, in Aries. Okay, I'm not worthy enough, or I don't deserve, or I'm not ready, or I'm, you know, a lot of this doubt or self-questioning. And then, of course, what else? Moon, Mars. Okay, up there on the south node of the moon, in the sign of Aquarius. And what's Moon Mars? I mean, Mars is, you know, the warrior, like anger, battle, fiery, dynamic. And the moon is my childhood, my family, my emotions, right? You know, and you put Moon and Mars together and it's like kaboosh. Yeah? Powerful, passionate energy. All right? And this energy, you know, it can be holding us back in infantile, previous conditions of where, like the frozen child syndrome can be coming up. A lot of us can be dealing with, okay, family issues. I mean, I was just at a family reunion, right? You know, 50 of us, because I got a big family, and we went out tubing, you know, on my nephew's boat, and you know, the tube went, you know, and I racked up my knee and bruised my rib, and I'm completely screwed up. And this is the Mars-Uranus. Accidents, unpredictable events, things turning crazy and haywire on you, and it's just like, whoa! This is a time to stay awake. Stay alert. Okay? But not in a frenzied, paranoid state. It can be tempting, you know, to like freak out when things happen. And what you want to maintain is this mindset that everything is contributing to your evolution. That everything that happens is contributing to our waking up process. Okay? I unconsciously left my phone on the plane when I got here to Williams Lake. I mean, this is a perfect Uranian kind of experience, right? My phone is technology. I need my phone. I use my phone. At least I thought I needed my phone, right? But I'm up here in Williams Lake, and Mark is, you know, driving me home from the airport, and he's just like, you know what? You know, we just live out here, and it, you know, it gets 20 below zero in the winter, you know, and in the summer, and we're out in nature in the woods, and there's, you know, there's nobody and nothing, and, you know, a lot of deer, a lot of fish, things going on out here. But, you know, it's like life can be extremely simple and extremely beautiful, and we don't need all of the complexities. So, you know, maybe life is, you know, just, you know, giving me a little lesson about letting go. Yeah, Moon conjunct Mars on the south node of her own moon. The south node of the moon is the past. And I've talked about Mars as the sword, cutting free from the past. Some of this may be cutting free from our addictions, right, to the screen or to technology, okay, or to looking at things, observing things. This is the danger of becoming too detached, too, you know, too not human. You know, just kind of looking at everything from a screen and from behind the camera and selfies and Facebook, and it's all kind of out there. We all become observers. So there's this place. Aquarius is the observer. Leo is the actor and the actress. So the danger is to stay in that realm of observation and, oh, I'll just watch this and observe this and photograph this and video this and you know, instead of moving into the now, into the present, coming up with something new, coming up with something original, forgetting about, you know, who's watching or, you know, who's looking or whatever, and just like really spill our guts out. This is where true creative genius comes out of each and every one of us, is when we let go, okay, you know, of all that And the other thing that I wanted to talk about, and that, you know, that really comes up, you know, for me with this mantra, yeah, is not only this attitude that life is promoting my waking up, okay? This, and promoting my waking up, is expanding my reality. Expanding my reality to embrace a greater reality. If we consider there is subjective reality and there is objective reality, there is one objective reality, and that is all that is. There's nothing outside of all that is. Bashar says all that is another name or way of saying God. Yeah, all that is just all that is. That is the ultimate objective reality. That is far beyond the ability of the ego to grasp. And then there is subjective reality. So each one of us is living in our own subjective reality. And we have to be very careful with this word, reality, okay? Some people, especially with this Saturn, Pluto, Black Moon, Lilith in Capricorn, can say, oh, this is reality. And these people are not in reality, or this group is, you know, living in a fantasy world, or blah, 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 blah. But what we can say is there are many, multiple, 7 billion plus realities happening simultaneously within the greater objective reality. And as we open our consciousness, as we open our third eye, we are able to appreciate alternative subjective realities. Not judge them, not condemn them, not evaluate them as non-real or more real or, you know, but this, that, or the other thing, but it come into a place of empathy, of sympathy, being able to put ourselves in each other's shoes. In lakesh alakin, I am another you. To be able to really feel and see and understand our fellow brothers and sisters, we have to relax. We have to open our minds and really feel into their reality. So the folks up here in Williams Lake are in a totally different reality than I am, okay, bopping all over the place. They are totally like frickin' stationary. Yeah, and you know, in cities versus the country, and living on the lake versus, you know, in the forest or on the mountains, or, you know, in the tropics versus, you know, in the freezing cold Alaska. You know, I mean, it's just like, whoa, there are so many alternate realities. But in order to really, you know, come into, you know, this place, this higher, we've got Neptune in Pisces, yes. Of really understanding and opening in a mystical way to, to loving fully, wholly, and completely all of our fellow human beings on this planet, we need to open our minds. We need to open our hearts. And then we open up to a greater portion of that objective reality that, has everything in it. And then, of course, I mean, the more we relate, the more we connect, the more love we share, the more fun we have. So, actually, this waking up is a joyous experience. Yeah. And it's, it doesn't like pull you out or away. The days of, the age of Pisces, where you go to the mountain or you go to the ashram or you go to the monastery and you pull yourself out, okay, of society or social interaction in order to achieve some sort of enlightenment, that's history. It's gone. We're moving into the age of Aquarius, where together as social units, as communities, as fellow brothers and sisters, we experience a connected enlightenment. You know what I'm saying, man? I hope so. Maybe somebody does. So, anyway, the mantra for this week then is, the more I give to life, the more life gives to me. And the more I relax and open my mind, the more of reality I see. So do that North Node in Leo. Sun is conjunct there right now. Give all that you've got and it comes back tenfold. And as you open your mind, okay, so many people will enjoy you and you will enjoy so many more people, and there will be so much more of an energy exchange going on, that your reality will be expanded and you will expand their realities, and we will all expand our realities together. Namaste, man. Enjoy, take care, relax, and take all of the chaos, the unexpected events, sudden, shocking awakenings as supporting your growth. And just focus on that positive expansion of your consciousness. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.